As we all know, it's marathon season, and you may have actually ran your first marathon, or maybe even your half marathon. And you've gone ahead and said, wow, I feel great accomplishment. But then actually some hip pain set in, and you're like, why can't I run 3 miles anymore?
It's about getting to the root problem.
Hey everyone, it's Dr. Heather, your virtual sports chiropractor. In a previous video, I talked about hip bursitis. Actually, we looked at 3 different types of hip bursitis that are very common amongst runners. And now what I want to do is I want to go through 7 exercises with you guys that are specific for hip bursitis. Now, granted, these are a generalized 7 exercises, so they're not really for one of the very specific types of hip bursitis that I went over in the hip bursitis video, but they are generalized that will help you recover from hip bursitis in general. So I want to get to those now. Okay, so like I said, we were going to get into the exercises for hip bursitis. And the first one we're going to do, and Joey is going to be demonstrating these for me today, is an IT band stretch. We're going to do it standing first. So let's go to that one. Okay, so Joey's going to go ahead. He's going to stand against the doorway, but he's going to go ahead and put his arm actually straight out. He's going to bring his stance in a little bit closer. And then as you can see, he's crossing one leg over the other. We're actually going to bring that foot a little further forward. Inside for me. Bring it, yep, right there. And then from here, he's going to push his hips in towards the wall. So we're pushing the hips in towards the wall. And it's actually this back leg. So it's his left leg that's getting that IT band stretch. This is one way you can do an IT band stretch. Now let's go to a different modification. Now another way to do an IT band stretch, which is a little tricky to do on your own, but could still be done, or you can use some assistance, is to lay on a bench and then go ahead, and what we're going to do is I'm going to support him just a little bit. We're going to make sure that our pelvis, we're nice and straight on the bench. We're going to bring this leg, this top leg, back behind our body. Now again, we don't want to have our hips rotated underneath us or forward. So Joey, scoot your tush kind of back. There we go. So again, I'm going to take his leg and I'm going to drop it essentially behind his body, stretching out the IT band here on the top leg. So when we did it standing, it was stretching the IT band that was closest to the wall. When you're using a bench, it's going to stretch the top leg. And again, this one you might need some extra assistance and support with an additional person. Okay, now let's get on to the next exercise. Now the second exercise and stretch you can do for hip bursitis is a simple piriformis stretch. Now for most of us, you could actually do this one seated. So Joey, go ahead and cross your right leg over your left. Okay, just like so. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that the actual lower part of the ankle sits right on top of his thigh above the knee. And you can see Joey's actually a little on the tight side, so he's going to benefit from these stretches today that we go through. From here, he's going to take his right hand, he's going to place it on the inside part of the knee. He's going to sit up nice and tall for me, and he's just going to nice and easy push the hip down. Okay, so he's going to open up the groin here. From here, he's going to then just lean slightly forward, and he's going to feel his piriformis on the right side when doing it this way. Now we're going to go into another modified piriformis stretch that you could do that you've probably seen a ton of times down on the floor. Okay, so like I said, now we're going to try doing a piriformis stretch on the floor. And you may have seen this on various other YouTube channels as well. Lay all the way back, Joey, for me. So notice that he has his knees already bent, feet are flat on the floor. He's going to go ahead, he's going to cross his right leg over his left again. Good. And now from here, if you're really tight, just take a hand and actually just place it right here and open up that hip like you did seated. Now the next thing to do is go ahead and allow for the legs to come in towards the chest. So go ahead, bring the legs in towards the chest. Now, take your left hand, place it behind your left thigh, pull in a little bit, and as you do, you're also going to push. So you're pushing and pulling. You're getting that effect going, starting to stretch out that piriformis a lot more. So like I said, now I want to get into some exercises that you could do for hip bursitis. One of them happens to be a straight leg raise. So we're going to actually use the left leg for demonstrations of this video, just so this way you can see it a little bit better. So go ahead, Joey, place the left leg straight out on the floor, there we go. And you're going to flex the foot towards you, nice and strong, engaging the quad on the left side. From here, he's going to lift his leg up and down to the height of the right calf and then back down again. Keeping the foot nice and flexed, he's going to lift up and down for a count of 20. These are straight leg raises. Now the next exercise you can do right from here is going to be for a little bit of abduction. So now we're going to roll onto our left side. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to put our right leg straight out, and we're going to bend our left knee, keeping our body a little bit more supported. So bend the left leg for me, Joey. Good. Now Joey's starting to rock his weight back towards this side. We want to actually make sure we're right on that left hip when we do this exercise. So from here, we're going to go ahead, flex the foot. There you go. Perfect. Now we're going to lift the leg up and down in this position, going up to a height of a 45-degree angle and back down. So again, we're going to keep going. It's really important that we don't rock our pelvis back towards us, that we keep our body right here and nice and stationary. Good. And you would repeat that 20 times. Now we're going to go on to the next exercise. So now another exercise that you would want to do for hip bursitis is actually clamshells. Now you can see Joey's in a nice tabletop position on all fours. And when we do this exercise, you can either do it like this or you can do it side laying in the position we were just in. And all we would simply do is from here is just simply lift our leg out to the side. So go ahead, take your left leg, lift it out towards the side and then back down. And you could do it here like this, or you could be here with both knees bent a little bit more and simply open the leg here and come back down. And now if you're experiencing a lot of hip discomfort, maybe your hip pain just started to die down, you may want to initially just do this exercise first with no resistance, and then later add a band that would be placed around the thigh, and you could redo the clamshells in this position. And again, you can repeat up to 20 times. Now, right from here, we're going to go into a side plank. Now, side planks are really difficult. They're really challenging. So there's a couple of different ways that you can modify a side plank. So go ahead, place the left arm underneath your body. From here, we're going to put the right hand on the floor. We're going to go ahead, we're going to lift our body up off the ground, just like so, keeping everything nice intact. Now, if you're struggling with this, you could either bend the knee, the left knee could bend here where you have a little bit of additional support. You could place the hand on the floor from some additional support. But this is a great exercise because it starts really working our TFL and our IT band and stabilizing our core and our obliques, our abdominal muscles as well. Relax all the way, Joe. All right, so you would repeat that both sides, 30 seconds, and that would be a side plank. The final exercise is one that I've created for many of my athletes. We're going to go into a plank position and we're going to actually lift one leg up and down. And that's going to focus on really engaging the quad and the glute muscle, because a lot of times when we suffer with hip bursitis, our glute muscle is really weak. So Joe, go ahead and give me a plank position. All right, so in this plank position, Joey's going to take his one leg, he's going to lift the leg up and down. Good. Just like so, no more than 5 degrees of motion. Perfect. Just like that, nice and controlled, really focusing on squeezing the glutes, squeezing the core, and staying in this position here. And you can do that 10 times to each side. Go ahead and relax. And like I said, these 7 exercises were designed around helping you recover from hip bursitis. But if you have more specific questions regarding your hip bursitis, or whether it truly is just maybe an overuse injury, a strain, or maybe something a little bit more like a stress fracture, drop those comments down below, as I'm always happy to help you. Now, again, don't forget, I want you to go ahead, check out these videos that I've left you over here on the screen, because they are designed to really kind of follow and complement this video on exercises for hip bursitis. Okay, everyone, this is Dr. Heather, your virtual sports chiropractor. I'll catch you in the next video.